Afternoon viewers, welcome to Vucker TV's live screening of this game between the Avatiu Eels and the combined team Takitumu, which is the Bulldogs and the Flying Dragons / Sea Eagles combined team. This is our first semi-final. Takitumu haven't won a game in this competition, and the Eels are looking forward to put on a big show here today to give our fans a little bit of support to try and make the grand final. The referee is Papa Moore. They're probably going to have a minute's silence because Papa Joe, Dr. Williams, passed away in Auckland over the weekend, and no doubt they'll honour him because he's a great man. But it's overcast in Rarotonga today, a beautiful afternoon for rugby union, and we're in for a great afternoon today. I'm sure Avatiu will flex their muscles today and show everybody that they still are in contention to win this grand final. And the loser of this game drops out. We've only got 4 teams in the semis here, so the loser of this game drops out, and the loser of the main game will play the winner of this game, which obviously will be Avatiu. So we just got a minute's silence for Papa Joe Williams, who's an ex-Prime Minister, and he's a great man. He's very, very respected in the all over. Polynesians all around the world respect him. He's done a lot of good things for Polynesian people. So we're just going to have this bit of moment of silence, and then we're into it. But I expect to see the Eels come out firing, because last week they did a good job, but they were very uncoordinated. They had an easy win against this team, and I'm expecting a better effort this week. So we'll see how it all goes. And they've got I think Avatiu, I got the sheet, I think they've got a stronger team this week. And it's going to be interesting. The captain is number 7, Papa Lee. He's just a tackling machine. He's just one of those footballers you don't see or get mentioned, but he never stops trying. And he really is a good footballer. Been a stalwart for Avatiu, even from his younger days. And they've got a couple of their younger footballers playing there today. Joshua Cafferty's out there. He's been a future first grader since he was 16. So it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. They've got a few of the experienced players mixed up with their younger players, fellas like Aidan Carpy, who's just come back from the Gold Coast. I think he's 18 or 19. He's been playing rugby league over there, and his form's been outstanding lately. His number is number 6, according to the sheet. But we've got some really good footballers here. And while we've got this break, I just want to pass on our best wishes. Peter Winchester in Hutt Valley. He's on Hutt Radio. He listens in. Dave's son, Dominic Roofer, he's on the Gold Coast, Taraki Radio. And our friends in Papua New Guinea, we don't often mention them, but Puckus Bowers, he's the governor of Moresby, I think. He's a great supporter of our football over here, and he's a good man, and we've got a lot of support, and especially in New Zealand Pacific Media Network. They're picking up their live stream, and it's all go. And our sponsors for the day is Cook Island Transport, Origin Gas, and 89.5 on the FM dial. And that's given them all an early mention. But they're in for a good afternoon of football today. The main game will be a replay of last week's game between Tupapa and Arangi. And Arangi got away with a win last week, but I don't want to say too much about Tupapa, but they will improve out of sight today. They had a few hiccups last week, and when you got so many Fijians, Chris Manu on the Gold Coast, you'll understand what I'm saying. You're a Tupapa man, and if you give Fijians too much spare time, they get into trouble. And that's what happened last week. But in this game, we've got the Takitumu team playing in their blue uniforms, which is the Bulldogs colour. They're going left to right, and obviously the yellow and the blues is the Eels, and they'll be going right to left. So the Bulldogs Takitumu's kicking off, and it's going to be on for young and old. There goes the whistle. So we've got 40 minutes of action coming up. It's a nice high kick, It's a little bit overcast here today, and we probably will get a bit of rain. We've had a bit of rain here, but we've needed it because we haven't had any rain for a couple of weeks. And the surface is looking a lot better. It was very dry here last few days. And I've seen the groundsman, Joe Tommy, putting a bit of water on it, and the rain last night has obviously helped it. But there's a penalty, first penalty of the game. It's going to Takitumu, and they're 35 metres out from the Eels try line. But I think the Eels are going to try and just beat this team up. Bully them is the right word. So we've got a line out. Oh, he's going to kick for goal. And they did this last week. They actually led 3-0 for a long time last week. But it's just a matter of time before the good teams get bad teams. And this composite team is just put together. And there's not a lot of stars out there. And they've got a couple of old stalwarts from the CIRU Flying Dragons. It kicks up in the air. And it's been taken. It's going to be a dropout from the 22 metres. It never looked like going over. And we've got a bit of a wind blowing, which is good for the players. And the winds here, they don't go left to right or east to west or anything like that. They just blow around in circles. So you'll see the ball doing some funny things. It's Takitumu is a little kick over the top. And you just can't give the ball to this team because there's some really flashy players. Oh, he's put it down. It's Slay, he's put it down, and they're going to score. They're going to get away with this. And Takitumu's in. It's 5-0, kick they come. Oh, he's lost the ball over the line. They've got coming on the side. He's lost the ball. He's got over the try line, lost the ball over the line. And they've made committed another sin, so the Eels got a penalty 10 metres out. And I thought certain they were going to score then. But that's what happens when you got a team, they don't train. And it is another mistake. It hasn't gone out. They're going to run the ball. Takitumu, they got it out wide. They're not going too far. And here they come. They're 25 metres out. The Eels have arrived. They're trying to hold him up. The referee's calling him to let him go, let him play the ball. The Eels are into it. And the Takitumu will play right for 40 minutes, but everybody knows this game is an 80-minute game and there's a penalty to Takitumu. The referee's Papa Moore, I haven't mentioned that, but he's one of our senior referees. He's been on the injured list for a while, but he's back. And they'll probably kick for goal again. They went for the last one. This is a lot easier kick. Oh, they've taken a tap. So whatever you say in this game, you just get caught out. Like they were in a better position to have a kick for goal than the last one, and they're taking a tap. So, there's a knock-on. There's two knock-ons, and they got the ball away, and he's put it down. There's a mistake upon. So we're going to play the first. We played the first knock-on. So we're going to have a scrum go down 25 metres out from the Eels try line. And hopefully they can get a clean ball from the scrum. And we might be able to see a bit of action because it's just been a bit messy at the moment. The halfback he's a Fijian boy. He's a PNG boy. We've got so many different nationalities out here, it's hard to keep track of them. But the PNG boys, if you're listening, Puckers, they've done really well here. They're not union players, but gee, they're committed, they're fit, they try hard, and they're gentlemen. I know them all, I've met them all and seen them around town, and they are very respectful men. And they're a credit to New Guinea. There's a big push on here. They got the ball. And they've put the kick in, and that's drawn to the halfway line. That's not the way to win the game. You've got to hang on. Oh, there's a kick that's gone to nowhere. They've let it bounce. They've come up with the ball. But to win these games, you've got to retain the ball. You just can't keep kicking it away. And that's what happens. You get a penalty. The Eels have got a penalty just short 40 metres out from their own try line. And this is scrappy. Hopefully it'll settle into a game shortly. And that kick, that hasn't gone out. Gosh, there's another mistake. The purest of this game would just be, there's a great run, this one. He's made 40 metres. He's over the half. He's 40 metres out from the Eels try line. But see, even now, Takitumu's bunched up. They're going to try and rush. The Eels' best part of the game is their forward strength. And they pinch the ball, but he's going to be penalised for coming in on the side. And it's just a mistake off on at the moment. So this will be an interesting decision. 40 metres out on the side. They've taken a kick at goal, they've taken a tap, they've taken a kick for the line. Now they're kicking for the line. So they're 25 metres out or 22 metres out. It's going to be a line out, throw to the blue team. And this has been a problem for all our 4 teams, the line outs. Not many of them are going straight. They've got the ball. They're going to try and rumble it up, but it's very hard to push the Eels off the ball. And there goes the whistle again. Another penalty to the Blues. So now we're going to have a kick for goal. 30 metres out, probably 15 or 20 metres into the sideline. It's been all Takitumu. The Eels haven't got down the other end of the field yet. Well, we've only been going 10 minutes, but they haven't had any ball. It's all Takitumu. So he's all set. Moves in. Up it goes. And it's over. So we've got our first score. 3-0 to Takitumu. And I don't think either team would be happy with their performance at the moment. But we just got to let the game flow a little bit. There's some good footballers in the Takitumu team, but I think they're having trouble getting their training in, and a lot of them are rugby league players rather than union players, but they've put a team on the park, which is good. Oh, he nearly dropped it. He's bobbled in his hands, but he's come up with it. Now we've got the little PNG boy. He's going to run up the wing. Got the ball inside. Here we go. This is the Eels now. The machine. There's no Eels forwards there. They're lucky to if they've retained the ball, they're going to be lucky. The Bulldogs are all over it, but they've gone not through the gate. They've gone into the side. But see, that's what I mean. Like the Eels only had one forward there. Now they're taking a tap, and there's only nobody running with him. It's just pretty ordinary. Coach should be. Stanley's got the ball away. It's a good run up the side. At least they got some forwards there. Now they got it out wide. A lot of yelling going on out there. They're into the centre of the field. Penalty to the Eels. What am I going to do? Clive's directing traffic. He's sort of a club captain. They're going for the line, which is what they've got to do. They've got to get some football into this game, and they've got to get their combinations right. We've got Pucky throwing in. They're 15 metres out. Knowing the Eels, they try and secure the ball. Clive's got hold of it, giving it to Big Tulu. That's the planned move. Now the forwards are ready to go, and they're going to rumble this up. Big Stanley's going backwards. They're waiting for Stanley. They're going to secure the ball. The Eels are coming to the blind, and they're trying to work the forwards into the game. He's lost the ball. It's a knock on, and oh gosh. The Eels have been in an attacking position for the first time in the game, and they knocked the ball on. So it's 15 metres out, Takitumu ball. So we've got a scrum going down. This game's got a long way to go. It's 3-0. The big push is on by the Eels. Takitumu's done well in the scrum. They got the ball out. There's a kick down. John Penn, who's got the ball, and he's not a man you want to kick to, but he's like lightning. And great tackle. Great tackle around the ankles and one over the top, but they've come in from the side. He's ruled holding on to the ball, so it's a penalty to Takitumu. It was a great tackle, the first up tackle right around John's ankles, and he went down. So Takitumu's the better team at the moment. There's a long way to go. So they're 25, 30 metres out. Oh. All right, 40 metres out. The ball's in the Taro patch. Peter's looking for the ball. Peter's telling the linesman where to go. Where the ball went out, sorry, not telling him where to go. Up they go. Clive's up early. That's the balk. That's the balk. The ref's being a little bit, he's giving them another chance to throw the line out. Up they go again. Clive tried to get hold of a ball. No, Louis Nicholas. There's a kick from it's gone nowhere. They're going to let it bounce. We're all offside. All in front of the kicker. They're taking a quick. That's Aiden. They're off. You got the ball out wide. This is where the big men are. They're 20 metres out. The Eels, they're struggling to go forward. So they've got their platform set. And this is where they come. This is Pucky. They got 100 men out here. Big Stanley, get out of the way, Stanley says. Get out of my way, Big Stanley. Great run, Stan. The crowd loves that. He goes Big Tulu. He's got the ball out wide. There's not many Eels forwards in the Barracks. They've got to get in there because they're going to lose the ball again. They've got an overlap out here. They've only just got to get the pass in. Oh, Takitumu's doing really well. They might be, no, I'm not going to say an upset. Long way to go, but the Eels are struggling away. It's a penalty to Takitumu. Not rolling away. It's 30 metres out. The coach of the Eels will be tearing his curly hair out. $3-0. While all this is happening, I just want to thank our sponsors for the day. Cook Island General Transport, Origin Gas, 89.5 on the FM dial. And just mentioning some of those people we mentioned earlier, Peter Winchester will be watching it on the live streaming, and I hope it's coming through. It looks like it's coming through on our equipment here. He's at Hutt Valley Radio, and we've got quite a lot of people. Dave's son Dominic's there, Turaki Radio, Pucker's Powers in New Guinea, Chris is in the Gold Coast, and we're live streaming all through the Pacific, and I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. But this is not really a good quality game so far. But Takitumu has got the ball. They're on the halfway mark. They've turned the ball inside. The Eels have arrived. But Takitumu, he's offside, ref. They're doing all right, Takitumu. 40 metres out. They run. Here's a good run through the forwards. Gee, you know, if this keeps going, it's 3-0, and I can't see Takitumu win the game, but it would be the biggest upset in Union or League in the Cook Islands if they get away with a win here. That's how big a task they got. So we've got another scrum going down for a knock-on. Pretty poor standard at the moment. So the scrum's going down 40 metres out from the Eels try line. It's been all Takitumu. The Eels have had a couple of attacking opportunities and made mistakes. So they're not getting a chance to show their wares, but I give Takitumu a lot of credit because they've really done their homework. And out they come now, the Eels, and there's a kick. There's nobody home. Must have been under an advantage, the Eels, and they kicked the ball. So they got the penalty 40 metres out from their own try line. So they're going to take a tap. Oh. There's the whistle blowing again. I think we only got one ball on the game, on the field too, instead of 3. So replay of what happened a minute ago. Little tap. He's put it up in the air this time. He didn't go for the line. And they're on the little kick over the top. It's picked it up. Beautiful football from Takitumu. They're flying. Oh, they've knocked the ball on. Advantage to the Eels. And like they're playing fairly exciting football, Takitumu. And the Eels are very ordinary at the moment. There's a forward running, nobody with him. They've arrived now. Slow ball coming out. Now they've got an overlap here. And here's Tavita. Oh, and he's put the ball down. This is terrible football from the Eels. I think the coach will be going to the gap at half time. There's the push and shove, holding on in the tackle, so it's another penalty to Takitumu. And George Fadafe will be having a heart attack over there on the coach's bench because this is not what he expected. And they're going to kick the goal. It's 3-0. While he's taking this penalty shot, I just want to thank our sponsors for the game. Highland Transport, Origin Gas, and 89.5 on the FM dial. And it's a beautiful afternoon here. It's cloudy, it's overcast, it's not too hot. It's a beautiful afternoon for football. And let's hope our main game, which we've been having these double headers, we're getting great crowds in here because you got supporters for 4 teams. And let's just hope the main game's better than this because this is rubbish. Our players are better than this. So he's got it lined up. I can't tell you who's kicking because I haven't got a team sheet. And this is what Takitumu's like. They just put a team together, give you a team sheet. Kicks up in the air and never look like missing. So the outsiders, the Boulders, are leading 6-0. And this is a shock to me. I didn't think they had any chance on their showing last week, but the Eels are dreadful. But we've got a long way to go. Probably got 15-20 minutes to go in the first half. That hasn't gone 10 minutes, 10 metres. But, knock on. Andrew George has knocked it on. It's hit the ground and just took a funny bounce. And that's a bit of a break for Avatiu. So we've got a scrum going down 35 metres out from the Takitumu try line. But maybe we might start seeing a bit of football from the Eels, because at the moment it's rubbish. The halfback's a little Fijian boy, Tavaki. He's a good footballer, but he's not a union player. You see the way he puts the ball in the scrum. He really doesn't know what's going on. Oh, big scrum from there, all offside. They've spun it around, but they've got away with it, the Eels. And there's a big run up the middle. There's a big run up the middle. Oh, you should have passed it. He had 4,000 men with him and he's put it down. And that was a certain try. He only had to pass the ball. He's got an advantage to the Eels. And that's what happens when you get greedy. You only had to pass it left or right, and they were in under the post, but they put it on the ground. It's an Eels ball. Big Stanley's pass, a shocking pass. It's a little PNG boy. He's off. Well, I shouldn't call him a little PNG boy because they're men and they're great footballers. And I apologise for that. There's a kick over the top. There's a trip. Oh, gosh. That was a deliberate foul. The bloke walked straight into him and put his foot out and he fell over. But it's a Takitumu ball. So we're 20 metres out. It's a scrum going down. It's an Eels scrum and feed. 6-0 in front in favour of the Takitumu team in the blue. And it's pretty ordinary football out there. Here's the referee telling them to get set. Sets the call. There's a big push on. They've come up with the ball. They got runners everywhere, and this is trouble. There's a big run right down the middle, and he's lost the ball. Oh, gosh. Oh, golly gosh. There's another try thrown away. So we're going to have a scrum, 10 metres out. And I think it's going to be a Takitumu scrum and feed. And that's just crucified another try. And I can see the coach up on the roof of the house over there, and I think he's just ready to jump. So it's an Eels feed, 10 metres out. The ball's in. I've given up trying to work out what the referees are trying to do, so I don't comment on it anymore, but we're going to have a reset here. It's still an Eels scrum and feed. The interpretations to me is not what I understand the game to be, so I don't say anything. So we've got another scrum going down 10 metres out. It's an Eels scrum and feed. They're pushing off the mark before the ball goes in. It's an Eels ball. Oh, lucky to keep and retain the ball. They're going for the corner. Ball's inside and Takitumu ball. And there's a penalty to Takitumu. Offside. And, oh my gosh. Pretty ordinary old game. Pretty ordinary game. And the numbers aren't right for this. I got this man standing on the side, number 10. I got him down as lay or lie. But it's lucky. So we've got a penalty being taken. That's definitely out. Didn't gain much ground, but he got the ball out, so we're going to line out. 30 metres out from the Takitumu try line. Takitumu throw, up they go. Clive's pushed the ball away. So we've got a penalty. So Takitumu's complaining. The referee says, I got the whistle, son. Here we go. We're going to have a little bit of a chat with him. Gosh, the game don't need this. Just let's get on with the game. So it's got a penalty going down where the referee ordered it. They're taking a quick tap. The big forwards are going to run it up into the middle. And out they come to the left. They're just standing there, not going anywhere. They're offside, not 10 metres. They want a quick ball. John Penn, who was going to run it, but they're going to go for the line. Oh. I just don't understand what's going on out here. Got a line out. Only got one ball on the field instead of three, so we've got to wait for the ball. Here they come. Joshua's thrown the ball in. Joshua Capity, up they go. It's been secured by the Eels. Going to put a big push on. They're 10 metres out. They're going to the side. They're not going anywhere. They're going sideways. Now they're going forward. They've got the big push on here now, and they're close to the try line, and I think they're over. He's awarded a penalty to the Eels. Oh. You've never seen a team more desperate to score a try than the Eels, and they're all trying to do it in. There's a try now. So that's 6-5.
And he didn't drop the ball this time.
And there's the comment from the cameraman, he didn't drop the ball this time. It's pretty ordinary. 6-5 is the score. 6-5. And it's been a pretty ordinary session for both these teams. The Takitumu gone all right for a team that's got no chance of winning the game before the game. And they're still leading, but he should kick this, so it's only going to be a point in it. So it's 6-5 at the moment. And hopefully the second half will be a lot better than this. But you would think these are two top teams, the way the score is. 6-5 is not an indication. I think the score last week was 40 or 50 to Zippo. But the pressure is on the Eels to win this game to go to the final next week against the loser of the main semi. And they're not playing well. But Takitumu's, the whole competition, they played a good first half. They played a good first half last week. They led for a long time. And in the second half, they just capitulated. So I'm expecting that to happen in the second half. And he's missed it. He's missed the conversion. and those goals can win a game, the conversions. So Takitumu is still in front, 6-5. And I think Takitumu will be surprised. I know the coach Lloyd Matapo, he told me they're going to go all right, but I just say, yeah, terrific, mate, but they got no chance. But Lloyd's right at the moment. But it's a beautiful afternoon and sunny downtown Rarotonga. If you have never been to the Cook Islands, and you can't at the moment, but winter's beautiful here. It's probably 25, 26 degrees, overcast, nice and cool, bit of a wind blowing. There's water in the ocean's nice and warm, and life's be good here. Off we go, high drop kick. It's been caught, and they're setting themselves up, the Eels. Here we go, he's got the ball out. They got the ball out again now, we've got something happening. This is Johnny Pennard, they got across to him. Peter, the number 11's got a hold of him, the Eels have arrived. Out they come. They're cutting players out. They're on the halfway mark. There's a bit of continuity in the Eels game here. They're off from the... Here's trouble here now. There's a bit of football. It's from the little PNG boy, and he's off. He's off to the races underneath the post, and he didn't drop the ball. So it's funny, 5 minutes of football, and they've scored 2 tries, and they haven't looked like scoring them all the first half. That makes it 10-6, 10-5 to the Eels. Kick to come right underneath. And I can't even tell you if this bloke can kick the goal because he's missed plenty from in front. Their main kicker's got a bad leg, so he can't kick, so they got one of these, their second kicker on the ground. But that might be the try that breaks the heart of a Takitumu because they've fought hard to stay in the game. It's 10. 10-6. That makes it 12-6. Now we'll see what the Eels are made of. They're going to receive the ball from the kickoff. They got their wind up in their sails a little bit. So let's see if they can put some forward together. See if they can put some football together. Beautiful afternoon. Good crowd in. We get good crowds here. We've only got a small population, but they all turn out to watch their villages. Up we go. Takitumu's kicking off. Been well picked up. Big run straight through him. No, he's got a little bad pass. It's the good defence from the Eels. It pushed the bloke back 20 metres. It's funny, he's made a break right through the middle there and he had nobody with him in the Eels. And the Takitumu's come up with the ball and they're 35 metres out from their own try line. Great. Got him by one leg. That's the big Fijian forward. Big lad, that fellow in the blue and yellow striped pants. The Eels are over the top of the ball and they're getting desperate. I think they're going to come up with the ball. They come up with the penalty. And the coach is screaming now, and he's off. He's off. They're not back 10 metres, but Steve was the referee. Now they got the ball out. Now they got plenty of men out wide, and they're going to do something here. That's Tavito. They got a hold of him. He's 15 metres out. Quick ball. It's been passed to the linesman and he didn't even try and catch it. I don't know why the linesman didn't catch the ball. Your dad. So it was a good. That was a good pass to him. The banter on the sideline in these games is good. The linesman's daughter's next to me, and I said to her, "Dad should have caught the ball. He could have scored." Anyway, the scrum going down 15 metres out. It's another Eels ball. They've got a tremendous back line, the Eels. That just haven't been able to get the ball. Here's the half-back. He's off. A couple of dummies out wide. He's got the ball out. Here's trouble. Here's trouble. It's the little PNG boy, and he's gone for the corner. He's been brought down a couple of metres out. They're going to run. Oh, big run. The Takitumu's arrived. They're just short of a try line. They're going to try and run it over. Brought down right on the try line. And knock on. I think the coach will be happy to get both these teams into their huddle at half time, because it's got a lot of talking to be done by the coaches, because the Eels are just, it's 12-6 and it's pretty ordinary at the moment. The Eels are strong in the scrum, and they haven't even been able to push this Takitumu team off a ball yet. So I think you'll find Takitumu will try and get a quick ball out and put the kick in. The big push is on. They got the ball out, and he's put the kick in. And set up. They're going to try and have a quick line out. No. 40 metres out. Not a bad kick. Nice breeze blowing up, which probably helped the kick a little bit. Breeze is going left to right. It's just turned up. Blowing a gale. And then it will disappear. You'll see this line out that's right on the 40 metre line. Up they go. The Takitumu's pinched the ball. There's a big run down the middle. They're on the halfway mark. The Takitumu is slow to get there. They go on to the blind side. On the halfway mark. Good strong defence from the Eels. Very strong in the forwards, the Eels. Here we go. Oh, that was a lucky tip on. There's the big run, but they've got hold of him. He's lost the ball. And this is, they're trying to get the ball forward, the Eels. And here we go, here we go. Oh, there's a big call. Get him, get him. And they're on the 40 metre mount. The Eels have got a penalty. That was desperate defence from the Eels. But he's taken a tap, not on the mark, so the referee's pulled him back. So they should kick for the line, set it up and try and use their... Oh. Well, I got my family over here on the right-hand side. They're all from Maniki. Well, most of them. And they got a penalty 42 metres out, and this bloke's got no hope of kicking it. And Bella Rose has arrived to cuddle her grandfather, the cameraman. If he can kick this, it'll be a good kick. But it shows you how desperate the Eels are. They're leading 12-6. If it was a tight game, you could understand him taking this kick to try and get a bit of a break. Stanley's yelling at him, chase the ball. Moves in, there's a half-time whistle. Not a bad looking kick. And it's missed. So we're going to go to Oranges at 12-6 and the Eels are leading. We'll be back very shortly. Start the second half.
Good, good. We're just starting up again, so
We've got
go.
the score is 12-6. The Eels are leading.
It's a
Not
really
very
good
convincing, but they're leading.
game.
But I'm sure this is where you'll see the Eels. The coaches had a chance to talk to them.
Overcast but warm.
Talk to them about their game.
Okay?
Try and set it up better.
Granddaughter. One of them.
And the referee's ready to go.
Okay.
So 40 minutes to go before our main game starts up. Off they go. There's a whistle. Nice high kick. They've come up with the ball. Takitumu. There's the kick. Oh, it's been knocked on, but his rule has gone back. There's a kick. The Eels are chasing the ball, and they let it bounce. He's gonna been tackled behind the try line, so it'll be a goal line dropout. That was bad football from Takitumu. The only one who's chasing it was the fullback. And John Pennu was hot on his trail, and he's a very quick footballer. He just couldn't get there, but he tackled the man. So we're going to have a 10-metre scrum. Ball 6 is the score. Ball's in. Come out. Oh, missed tackle there. Going for the corner of the Eels. They're 15 metres out. They're still retaining the ball. Takitumu's meeting him. They've got the ball again. They've got the ball out wide. Now they're going to get it out wide to these big men out wide. 15 metres out right in front of a goal post. It's been dropped right on the try line. They've come up with ball, the Eels. Got it out wide. There's out to the, oh, it's gone backwards. Terrible football. There goes the dreaded whistle. I'm sure he's ruled a try there, so it'll be 17-6. Kick to come, yeah.
Hey?
Yeah, in the corner down there. Long way away from where we are.
Where's the ball way down here? Where's the kicker?
Don't know.
I think there's him walking around down there.
$17-6 is the score. The only problem here with these, our grounds, they run away from you and you're hard to see down in those corners. The 17-6, kick to come. Moves in, it's up in the air, and it never looked like going over. Short and to the left. So 17-6. Takitumu is a little bit reluctant to come up to the halfway mark. but this is what I'd expected in the second half. While they're slow taking this start of play, I just want to thank our sponsors, Cook Island General Transport, Origin Gas and 89.5 on the FM dial. Up they go, nice long high kick, been picked up. They're going to run the ball. This is what you expect the Eels to do. This is Lay. Lay's through, he's made 15-20 metres, and not many of the Eels forwards got there. They've arrived now. Short pass there, they're just short of a halfway mark, the Eels. They're offside, I nearly call them the Bulldogs, but they were miles offside. The Eels are, the Bulldog, they got the advantage here. Knock on from the Eels. They went straight over the top of the ball, and they were going to get the ball Takitumu anyway. So there's a knock on from the Eels, 40 metres out from the Eels try line. Pretty ordinary football all round. But the next game should be a cracker. That's number 1 playing number 2. And the prize is spot in the grand final for the winner. That's enough incentive for good teams to play for. The ball's in. Takitumu's got the ball out. Here they go. They're going to run the ball. They've got an inside ball here. That's a big run down the middle, and he's put the ball down. It's come up. The Eels have come up with the ball, and they put a kick in. And there's a knock on. There's a knock on right on the halfway line. Difficult ball to catch that one. He was running sideways and backwards. Hit him on the chest. So we've got a scrum going down. It's an Eels scrum and feed right on the halfway mark. And the good thing about us in the islands here, the people laugh at things like that. We're in serious football countries. They frown upon making mistakes like that, but Cook Islanders, they love their football, and they can see the funny side of everything. Big push from Takitumu, but they got the ball out wide, the Eels. Here's a big run, but there's nobody with him. He's down the middle, the forwards have arrived. They're just over the halfway mark. Another penalty to the Eels. And they're not releasing the tackle, or not releasing the man with the ball. So we've got a penalty to the Eels, just short of the halfway mark. Oh gosh. The goal kicking's been atrocious. He might kick it, but I would say he's got next to no chance. It would not instill you with the confidence that he's going to kick this. He's 45 metres out, 15 metres in from the side. There's a bit of a wind blowing, and this is a difficult kick. And if you're in form, I can well imagine you kicking it, but at the moment this fella's a hit and miss kicker, and it'll be the downfall of the Eels if they don't come up with a kicker sooner or later. Taking his time, moves in, it's up, it looks a lot better. Never looked like going over to the left of the post. So the score remains at 17-6. And I'd have no houses left because I normally can tell you they could kick these goals. The Eels' Achilles heel is their goal kicking. And they don't look like going over. They're not just missing, they're missing by miles. So we've got a drop kick from the Takitumu. They've come up with the ball, Takitumu. There's a big run down the middle. The Eels have got hold of him. He's on the halfway mark. They need a quick ball, and they've lost the ball. Off they go. There's a big run. It's a big run, but the Eels have got hold of him. He's 20 metres out. And they're struggling. They're struggling, the Takitumu. They're 15 metres out. And there's a little knock on. A little knock on that kills you. So we've got some going down 10 metres out. And it's not the sort of game I like to see going out on the live stream because it'll give you a bad impression about football here at the moment. Lots of mistakes. Even taking the time to put the scrum down. If the camera pans down to the left, you'll see the black and whites of the two Papa Panthers down there warming up. And the Cowboys are outside the ground in an area just across to the left down there where the camera's pointing. And they'll be warming up, and there's two serious teams. And that will be on for young and old, that game. Bragging rights, and the winner goes into the grand final. So we've got a scrum going down. The game's in slow motion. Sets a call. A big push from Takitumu, but they got the ball out. There's a big run down the middle, and the Eels are slow to get there. Slow to get there, but they're over the top, the Bulldogs. Sorry, Takitumu. I don't know if they're Bulldogs or Flying Dragons or Sea Eagles, but they're over the top. And the call goes out to the linesman. It's Dad. Dad. So we got a line out 40 metres out from the Eels try line. Should get a good shot of this. Right on the 40 metre line, so you see if the ball's in straight. The referee says the Takitumu's not in line with the linesman, so we've got to throw it in again. And that was a straight throw, so should have let it go. Up they go again, and been deflected. The Eels have got hold of the ball, and that's a forward pass. There's a set move. It's a set move. Lecky's got the ball. It's a good run, but they're over the top. The Eels are slow to get there. They're slow to get there. The Bulldogs are over the top. Good call, hanging on to the ball because the Eels were slow getting there. Very slow getting there. There was only one Eels forward got there, and he was too late. That's pretty ordinary football from the Eels. So we've got a penalty. A penalty to Takitumu. They're going to kick for goal. They can't win the game. It's 17-6 unless they've got something special up their sleeve. 11 points behind. And even if he kicks this, they've still got to score twice to make the win. But you never know. So he's got lined up 40 metres out. Don't often see kickers like this. He's got it straight up and down, and the wind's strong enough to push it off the mound. Very, very rare to see a man got the ball standing up like that. It's up in the air. Doesn't look too bad. And it's over. Great kick. 17-9. 17-9. 8 points is the split. So the Eels kicking off, and Takitumu's going to get the ball. If Takitumu can score again, that'll put a cat amongst the pigeons. And we don't have any pigeons over here. We've got plenty of cats. So here,
Actually, we do have to.
oh, we do have pigeons, I've been informed. Very few, but it's a high kick. He's dropped the ball. It's gone though. He's ruled a knock on. So it's a knock on from Takitumu. So it's 30 metres out. We've got a scrum going down. It's an Eels scrum and feed. 17-9. While the scrum's going down, just want to thank our sponsors once again, Cook Island Transport, Origin Gas, and 89.5 on the FM dial. Kiarana Radio. Out comes. We got people lined up here. Oh, and they've gone backwards. It's a Bulldog, it's a Takitumu ball. The Eels forwards are just not getting there to support the runners. And even now they're only 1 and 2 in the ruck. Takitumu, all they do is put a ball over the top because there's not many people back. On the halfway mark, slow to get the ball out. Here we go. Big run here. Good defence from the Eels. They're 40 metres out from the Eels try line. There's a penalty to the Eels, 40 metres out. They're taking a quick tap. They're not back 10 metres. And they're going to take another tap. Kicking for the line. It's not a bad kick. They're 25, 30 metres out from the Takitumu try line. Got line out. Their line out's been working pretty good, the Eels, because Clive Nicholas is in there and he's a reliable jumper. Going to go way down the back. They've retained the ball. The Eels have put it on the ground. Lucky to get away with it, the Eels. They're back into the forwards. There's a big run. The Eels are slow to get there. Now they've arrived. Here's the big men running. Out they come. Oh, good pick-up. No, it's not a good pick-up. He's knocked it on. Scores 17-9. Pretty ordinary old game. Scrum going down 15 metres out right in front. Thanks, Sal.
Sick of bringing these papers here.
Hey, it's the only exercise you've done all day.
Huh?
It's the only exercise you've done all day.
No, I was over there.
Oh, it's a long way back, isn't it? You want me to ring a cab or something, or what?
Even the black hoodie.
Oh, we've got a scrum going down. Takitumu ball. They're going to run it. That's it. Good run. Good run. They've got the ball up to the halfway mark. And he's going to go out. 17-9. They've gone out right on the halfway line. And it's pretty ordinary. So I'm just looking at the team for Tupapa. And they got all their players in, so they got themselves sorted out. And their back line is all in place. They're nearly all Fijians. And that's going to be an exciting game. They're going to run the ball again. He's off. That's a forward pass. He handed it off. That's it's a lucky handoff. They're over the top. Mafu's he's got the ball away. It's pretty good. Takitumu playing good football in patches. They got the ball just from tackling the opposition, but the Eels have been dreadful. I thought they'd win this by 40 or 50 points, and they're struggling. High shot on the halfway mark. It's a Takitumu penalty. Oh. Hope you didn't hear that. That's bad use of the English language, that was. They don't realise when we do these outside broadcasts, the microphone can pick up anything. And I hope you couldn't hear that. So we've got a line out. Takitumu, they've got the ball. They're 25 metres out. And they'll put the cat amongst the pigeons if they can just put a couple of passes together and get down there to be taught near the try line. They're rolling them all. They're doing all right, Takitumu. And as I said, this would be the upset of the last 10, 15 years here if they could get up and win this game. Because nobody gave them a chance, including myself. So they come up with a penalty. They've taken a quick tap. They got the ball out wide. They're 10 metres out. They got another penalty because the Eels are offside. And there's Air Rarotonga arriving from the outer islands. So I'm waiting for the referee to give us a single. And if 10 metres out, he's taken a quick tap and he scored, but the referee says, bring it back. I'm still having a little talk to everybody. They've got to take a tap and try and get to 17-9. Now he's marked the spot. Now they've got the ball out wide. They're going to go out wide. And the winger's got the ball. You could tell by the crowd, he's put it down. There was only one man to beat. There's a bit of a push and shove. Maybe this is what everybody needs to get themselves stirred up a little bit. But it's been pretty ordinary. There's a yellow card for somebody. It's an Eels player gone to the bin, I think. And they're still pushing and shoving. Oh no, it's a Takitumu man being put in the sin bin. I don't know what's going on. I've got a scrum going down 15 metres out. That's the only excitement in the game. And I can't tell you what's happening because the cameraman's in the way.
Hey, Father's Day tomorrow, bro. Congrats to you, bro. Let's go. Do it.
Scrum going down. It's a Eels ball. Terrible game of football. I shouldn't say that, but I've got to be honest. The purists will not like this game. Right, so scrum's being reset. Sets the call, the ball's in. Big push for Takitumu. They got the ball. They're off. Big run down the middle from the Eels, but he's going to be isolated. He's dropped the ball. He's got away with it. No, he's ruled a knock on. And the Eels are dreadful. Running one out, no support, puts the ball down. And the Takitumu come up with the scrum 20 metres out right in front. And if they're going to do anything, this is going to be where it's going to be done. From a scrum, they're one player down, but it's not going to make any difference. Win the scrum, set it up. It's the make-up team, the Takitumu. Right, they're set. The ball's in. Big push from Takitumu, and they've come away with the ball, the Eels. There's a big run down the outside. The big run down the outside. They're off, and it's just pure speed. They've got hold of him, and he's lost the ball. Good run from the Eels. They've still got the ball. Oh, it's scrappy. Scrappy. He's let this go on, but he's blown the whistle. There's 1,000 knock-ons then. Been the most exciting part of the game, and it's all knock-ons. Let's bring on the first grade game, because this is not a first grade game. Standard's terrible. Got a scrum going down 15 metres out from Takitumu's try line. Calls Bine. Sets the call. The Takitumu feed. They got the ball out. Plenty of Eels men there, plenty of yellow jumpers there. They're going to try and hold them down here, but they're still making the ground up. The Takitumu out wide. They're making a bit of ground up into the forwards. The Eels are very slow to get to the ball. Very.
Is it 20?
No, 17-9. They got 29 up, but they haven't kicked a goal, mate. Yeah, I know. It's 20. I've seen that. We got a query on the scoreboard. It says 20 points to 9, but our score's got it 17-9. Early jump from the Eels. So it's going to be a scrum. It wasn't straight. Up they go again. God, this is scrappy. Scrappy. He's going to have another. That was a practice jump. Got a line out again. Up they go. It's a knock on. Takitumu's up the middle. The Eels are struggling to get back. They want a quick ball. Takitumu. They got it. They're off. Out wide. Oh. The Eels are slow getting there. Slow there. They're over the top. Takitumu looks the better team in this close contact. There's a kick. There's all the air swing. That's big Andrew Delinga George. That's the furthest he's run in days, in weeks. And he's given him a penalty for Takitumu right on the halfway line. There's nobody with him. Now they're arriving. They keep working like this, they'll get down towards the try line. You'd think they have a better team, the blue jumpers. He's going to be isolated. There's nobody with him. They've arrived. The Eels aren't even contesting the ball in the rucks. Here we go. They're making good ground up Takitumu. They're 30 metres out. Still retaining the ball. It's out wide to their outside men. They're 20 metres out. There's a penalty. Penalty to Takitumu. He's taking a quick tap and he's close to getting over. But it's funny in that game, like the linesman didn't even mark the spot then. They got another penalty and they're 10 metres out. They've taken a quick penalty. Now he's saying, I haven't marked the spot. He didn't say that in the last one. So 10 metres out. It's a Takitumu scrum penalty. They're going to run it up in the forwards. They're just short of a try line. Out it comes. Going back into the forwards. He's been dropped right on the try line. Hanging on to the ball. Hanging on to the ball. He goes another yellow card. Oh, gosh. Penalty to the Eels. It's a kick. It's gone out. 40 metres out from the Eels try line. This will not enthuse the coach of the Eels to go into the semi-final, into the major final next week. The preliminary final. Pretty ordinary. Oh, gosh. The camera will tell you the story. I'm not going to say anything, but this is scrappy. Very scrappy. 40 metres out. Takitumu's got a penalty. And if they could score a try here to bring the crowd alive or bring the crowd into the game, because it's been pretty ordinary. Oh, so here's the big fella. He's off. Big run. He's 20 metres out. Takitumu is not rolling away. They're throwing the ball away. 20 metres out. Takitumu's got a penalty, and the referee can't keep putting up with this rubbish from the Eels. They threw the ball away then. They're just not playing to the rules. Here they go. Takitumu's up the middle. Here's a big run. He's 10 metres out. There's only one Eels man there. There's not enough there to get to the people. Long pass out wide. And they're not going anywhere there. Here we go. Been drawn down. And there's something going on over there. And there's a try, I think. Oh, he's ruled a knock on. Or a lost ball. It doesn't surprise me because it's pretty ordinary. Gosh, this is an ordinary game. It's nearly embarrassing to be showing this game as on the live stream. It's not that. Our standard's much better than this. So with scrum going down 5 metres out from the Eels try line, the call's bind. Sets the call, the ball's in. The Eels have got it. The Bulldogs' defence, Takitumu's defence has been solid. In fact, I think they've been the better defensive side in the game. There's a knock-on from the Eels. So we're going to have another scrum. And the Bulldogs have got the scrum and feed. And the Eels have got to be careful here because you can't keep giving these, no matter how bad the team is, you can't keep giving them the opportunity to score. This will not go down as one of the better games in Rarotonga, this one. Binds the call, sets the call. The ball's in. They're going to the blind side. They're trying to set up the winger. You've been pushed out over on the sideline there. It's going to be a line out. Eels throw. 10 metres out. They're going to be a lot of disappointed, although the Eels are going to get away with this game. There's going to be a lot of disappointed people in the Eels camp because this is all pretty ordinary. But a win's a win. Up they go. The Bulldogs, Takitumu's pinched the ball. The Eels come up with it. There's no right down the... Oh, he's knocked that on. 40 metres out. And they've kicked it. Here's trouble. Oh, he's off. He's off to the races. He's off to the races and he's under the post. And there's the ref hobbling down there. So that makes it, in my view, 22 points to 9. But the score's got it more than that. But it's an Eels win, but very unimpressive. And I think the coach is going to have to go home and really assess what he's doing because this has been a pretty ordinary performance from the Eels. Kick to come. The sooner they call the game off, the better for everybody because the standard's terrible. So Dave, what's the score on the scoreboard now? $24-9, according to me. Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. Been a mucky game. No, don't worry about it, Dave. Off they go. But Takitumu, to their credit, they've chased that ball. They've knocked him down. He's 35 metres out. The Eels got the ball. They're into the forwards. 35 metres out. And there's a great tackle from the Bulldogs. They got the ball. Gosh, it's scrappy. Yeah. And the Bulldogs are still trying. Takitumu is still trying. Who wants the ball is the call. Quick tap. 5 metres out, Takitumu, they've arrived. Oh, knock on. That says it all. That was pretty ordinary football from both teams. Scrappy. Especially when we're talking about a semi-final, you'd expect better than this. But to their credit, Takitumu keeps trying. I think the Eels are guilty of being complacent. But I'm the worst judge, so I don't know. Ball's in. The Eels have got the ball. Out they come. Oh, he went for the intercept. Been knocked down. 2 knock-ons. 2 knock-ons don't make a right. And thankfully there's the full-time buzzer. And it's not going to make any difference. It's going to be a scrum and they'll probably just kick it into the sideline. But our next game will be on very shortly and hopefully it's a lot better than this one. Yes, sit down, Dave. Just let it run out. Set your next game up. We're in the death throes of this game. The full-time hooter's gone. The ball's in. It's a Takitumu ball. It's gone to Neville nobody, and that's about the game. A big wide pass. There's nobody there. Big size running the ball. They've got the ball out. They've pushed him out, and that's how he's out, and that's it. The game's over, thankfully, and we'll be back very shortly for the next game.